Okay, we now welcome on one of our best friends in the entire world, future Blake of the Year, hopefully. Just coming off waste management. What? I root for all the Blakes. I want all the Blakes to do well. Just coming off waste management championship, won a trophy back in the winner's circle, even though that doesn't exist in golf. It is Brooks Koepka, our guy. Brooks, how are you feeling? Let's do that. Let's do a shitty journalist question. How you feeling?
I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday morning when I woke up. I can promise you that. Yesterday was a bit of a struggle. Fought through it though, and back. That's what winners do. Just keep plugging along.
Yeah. How does the body feel?
So
That's another good one to ask. Is just like physically, from a physical standpoint. I saw, the last time we saw you, I guess this was at the U.S. Open. You were getting your knee tugged out of place. Are you feeling all right? Everything back into position?
Yeah, everything's back. It's all good. It'll be all right. I'm surviving.
Well, so I actually wanted to talk about that because I know that, you're a very cool guy and you make golf look easy, but I did read the quotes that there was some dark days in 2020 because your knee wasn't really responding the way you needed it to, and it felt like it was a longer journey than you expected. Was there ever a point where you're like, I may never be back? Like this might not work out. Like I'm not going to be Brooks Koepka anymore.
Yeah, I thought maybe the only shot of winning anything was Blake of the Year for the rest of my career. Which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not a knock on Blake of the Year, but I thought that was my best chance going forward.
Yeah.
But no, it was it was a pain in the butt. I literally just every day it was just stiff. I couldn't do anything. Waking up, trying to walk around was difficult enough, and then you start getting in the weight room and it feels like my knee was going to go sideways. It's just not a fun feeling.
Ooh, what's a great story maybe we can tell here is, a lot of the haters out there, a lot of the knock against Blake from people that don't know what they're talking about, they would be like, Brooks doesn't love golf like we do, or he doesn't love golf like everybody else should love golf. Did this injury give you a newfound love for the game of golf?
Yeah, I mean, it's always one of those things. It's a love-hate relationship though, but it's my job at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, you love your job. I like doing it, but at the same time, it can be very repetitive. Just doing it day in, day out, and especially when you're sucking at it. It's not much fun.
Yeah. So did it? You're a guy who, I mean, you're my fan favorite. I think there's a lot of people who root for you because you're a refreshing, honest guy when it comes to like interviews and media. Was there a moment though, because it felt like there were some guys that took their shots at you when you were down, knowing that you were down? Did you like read those and you're like, all right, come on, I'm gonna be back eventually. Like eventually I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be fuck you, Brooks Koepka tour.
Yeah. No, I mean, I saw a few of them. It's fine. Hey, listen, I've been known to take my shots. They can take their shots too. It's cool. I can live with them, big boy.
I love that. That makes you better than everyone else, just so you know.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a sports fan too. I can't tell you how many times I've yelled at the TV because LeBron James has missed a shot or somebody else has done something. And, I mean, it's part of sports, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So I saw that you won, I think it was a $1.3 million check. That's pretty cool. Did you think about asking it for like the check in Bitcoin or Dogecoin or something like that?
I would have. I should have. Actually, that would have been great. I could have turned that real quick into some good money.
I think if you just say the word Dogecoin, then it's going to jump up at least like 5 cents a share.
Yeah, I'll say Dogecoin.
That's kind of how it works.
I know my brother was on one about 2 weeks ago. I mean, he was just sitting there watching it. I'm like, dude, it's like midnight. Relax. The market isn't even open yet. Like, you'll be all right.
Dogecoin never sleeps. Never sleeps. Does that get as like you've won obviously big tournaments before, you've won majors, but I'd have to imagine like when you're walking off of 18 and you're like, wait, 1.3 million in a 4 days work, that's pretty damn good. Like, does that ever get old, or is that still just the coolest feeling in the world?
It is a really cool feeling. I'm not going to lie. Just trying to think of what I could – I mean, it was like Jose. He got paid like, what, $150K per second? I mean, that's pretty good for taking a dive. And by the way, he owes you guys what, $2,000 to the Barstool Fund for taking that dive?
He owes $1,000. Yes. I highly doubt he's going to pay it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Kid. I love how he put PFT in the box.
Oh yeah. He totally bought that PFT and I were different ages. Like, I was a decade older. He's like, the adults are talking here. Jose's not exactly a smart guy. It's funny you bring that up though, because everyone loved our interview with Billy Football on Monday after his win on Friday night. He was very drunk when we interviewed him on Sunday night. We actually talked to you on FaceTime on Sunday night. I think you were just as drunk as Billy Football.
I was enjoying myself. I was having a good time. I think I was.
We should have recorded
that 1.3 million on Michelob Ultra and everything.
We should have recorded it because we could have had you. We could have done the same thing. The 3, 2, 1. All right, Brooks, here we go, and just kept on asking you the same questions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could ask me the same question. I answered it differently every time.
Yeah. You know what I love about like guys like you and just most athletes in general, I've started to realize that when they accomplish something, when they win a big championship, or when they do something they didn't think that they could do before, their big celebration is just like ours. They just want to go out and drink like 20 beers. It's great. Yeah. It's kind of refreshing to see that. So like you go to the bar, you just won a tournament, and at the end of the day, you're still like, hey, just let me get 7 pitchers and I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Just like everybody else. That's what people forget. Just because you see me on TV and you see me doing this stuff, I'm just I drink Michelob Ultra the same way you drink.
It's a regular. Yeah, bloggers too. It's crazy. Yeah. People come up to us in bars. They're like, "We thought you'd be, like drinking the martinis that they make with gold dust in them." It's like, nope. Just load me up with Coors Light. I'm a happy boy.
Oh, yep. Hey, I'm just looking to get drunk. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. When you get those big checks after tournaments, what do you do with the checks? Do you have like a garage that's just filled with them?
No, but I should. I should just put them in my trunk or put them in the car like Happy Gilmore. That'd be actually badass. Yeah. Just drive around with a whole bunch of big ass checks in the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, it's a really funny story about that. So I won that same event in 2015, and I remember I was moving out of the old house and moving in the one I'm in now, and I was like, I don't know where that trophy is. I have no idea. So I called my agent, and we had to track it down. It had been lost for like 3.5 years. And it was in some warehouse. Didn't even know I didn't have it until we were moving. I was like, where's that trophy? No idea.
That's perfect, though. That's fucking perfect.
I was like, hey, the check went through, right?
Wait, did you win it the year the Super Bowl was there?
Yeah.
That was – did you ever meet Jim Renner, who was the original People's Golfer? I don't know where he is right now, but he was on tour for a little bit, and he came over to our Super Bowl house that year and was like just putting back beers. And this girl was like, hey, what do you do? And he's like, I golf. She's like, oh, really? Like, yeah, kind of like professionally. And he's like, yeah, I got a tee time tomorrow, like 8 a.m. And it was like 11 p.m. at our Super Bowl house. And we're like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
He didn't make the cut, so.
I should have came over then. I I don't know what I was doing.
You were winning the tournament, so you were probably doing something better. Yes.
Yeah, I was doing all right. Yeah, but that
Jim
night,
Renner's a legend.
I'm trying to think. I think I was definitely more drunk that year than I was
in this one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which was impressive.
Yeah.
What win has made you go out and just decide to party the hardiest?
The first major when we were like, no, we're not going home. We're going to Vegas. I mean, I think I was actually standing up. I was dancing while the plane was landing in Vegas. I think I was like on the seat. Like, it was bad. I remember we landed. It was like it was 1:30, and my agent and or whatever was like, "Oh my God, it's 1:30," and I was like, "It's only 1:30? Oh yes, great. We got plenty of time."
So, like on a bender like that, after you celebrate a major, how do you decide when it's time to call it off? Is there just like you have like a clock in your head where you're like, okay, we'll be here for 2 days and then we'll go back? Or do you just like keep going until it feels bad?
No, you just push through. You just got to push. I think I was partying for like literally a week and a half. We did Vegas for like 6 or 7 days, which was a lot. That's a lot. And then we kept the party going in LA. And then I think in LA, I remember that summer it was, I don't know, it must have been 110. And I walked outside and I literally just about fainted. And I was like, all right, it's time. We're done.
It's time to go home.
Yeah, it's time. I was like, all right, I'm dead. I can't do this anymore. I'm out.
I love it. You got to win a British Open because those parties, like, they're probably a little more subdued, but they're just like renting out your own English pub and just drinking for 3 days straight in it seemed pretty
Yeah.
damn awesome. That's also the best trophy to drink out of, right?
Yes, it is the best one because the ones that I've won are there's a lot of drinks you can put in those, and it just gets all over you. But the Claret Jug, you can definitely drink a little bit better out of it. It's way nicer.
Yes.
And then you've got a whole nother, you got an 8-hour plane flight in the way back just to keep it going. Perfect.
Yes.